Alright, so in this video, we are doing a Garden of Salvation, or GOS, you want to call it. We're doing a route to the Vex portal frame. So, we're doing a basic DSM garden. Basically, all you need to do is cover your spawn with stasis crystals. You will need 2 people for this route, but not for the DSM. You can solo DSM. He's gonna watch, so he's gonna block my spawn. Hopefully he will get it. It is going to be a little rough. Yo! Okay. So basically, now when you get over here, you basically just want to make your way through here. Because you DSM, there's gonna be no barriers. As in, what I mean by barriers, there's gonna be not a single like Vex wall that'll block you from getting to like a location. The only type of barriers that will be present are like, pushbacks, turnbacks, insta-kill, stuff like that. The box is still a thing. It's just these barriers that you find around GOS that like are ones that kill you, or not kill you, but block you from getting to certain places. Those ones won't be present because you are technically not supposed to be over here right now. So basically you want to make it up here. Sorry, it's a little weird. You can do it on any one of these. I do it on this one mainly because it is the easiest one to do it on because it's higher up. So you just follow kind of where I went. If you're kind of curious on where it is actually, the branch right there where that little push wall is, you basically just jump down and around this corner. You stand on this mushroom and die. And what this does is it sets your spawn location here permanently throughout any load zone. So once you die on that mushroom, now you gotta make your way back to the previous load zone, which is Embrace. Without dying. You cannot die. If you die, you have to go back to that mushroom and die again. And the reason why is because if you die in another load zone, or die in general, no matter what, you will be put at wherever you did die. So, it does kind of suck that you can't die, so you have to be a little more careful. But otherwise, it's not too bad. You don't have to navigate if I have this. I'm just doing it because I don't want to grab my mountaintop. Otherwise, I would be doing it. So you just make your way back. And like I said, there's going to be 0 barriers. That barrier right there won't spawn. And this big one over here doesn't spawn either. So literally all you're going to do is swing over. Make sure you don't die to the load zone, but you're just going to walk in this corner right here. And you'll hit undergrowth. Here, you need to be very careful, and I mean very careful, because if you're not, then you'll hit load zone and have to just backtrack again. So when you're up here now, you're gonna eager forward to just go forward and turn the corner immediately. So you just kind of swing forward, make sure not to hit load zone. You just drop down here, and then just move forward. And then once you hit it, boom, I'll tell him, hit auto res. And basically what Garrett will do now is he will go to the Vex portal frame, kill the 25, 30 Vex, and once he does that and goes through the portal, the auto res will happen and you will spawn on that mushroom while in Embrace load zone, but not the undergrowth load zone. So basically an IRB is setting your spawn in one load zone, hitting an auto res, and spawning in that said next load zone while in the previous load zone area. So now all you need to do is navigator fly for a very long time. Now it's just navigator flying, unfortunately. If you don't have navigator fly, it's very simple. You need 2 navigators and they both have to have the catalyst. And then obviously you're going to need Strand with grapple. If you're on Titan, I would highly recommend using an Eager Edge Sword with Line Rampants. And the only reason why is because if you mess up, you can back yourself up with Sword Playing. I have 386 grapple points, so yeah. Basically all you do is this, you just kind of jump out, you shoot a Navigator shot, you grapple to it, and then swap. And that's literally all you're doing this entire fucking route. Just repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. And you gotta go up pretty fucking high. I remember doing this with Solus and some friends, and it was not... It was a lot of testing to see exactly where the border was. I wasn't the original founder of this this route. I don't remember what her name was, but one of my friends found it, and then I kind of shared it around and got some attention to it. I did that route like last year in fucking, I don't know, October or some shit. So me making a video now in fucking next year of, what month are we in? July? August? It just shows that like I was lazy and didn't want to make a video. So we might be high enough up. We might be high enough now. I'm gonna shoot 2 more grapple points just to make sure. Otherwise, if you're not high enough, then just go up higher. But yeah, I'm high enough. Okay. So now we just go horde. I would still aim kind of high up just to ensure that you're actually like, you know, going in the right direction. You just want to face this area, kind of going back towards the beginning of Garden. Like when you go through the portal, that's kind of where you want to aim towards. You kind of can see the Vex portal frame kind of near the bottom right of my screen. It's going to be down more in the middle. It's a little hard to see because I'm kind of going at an angle that it's really difficult to see, and I'm not going to really try looking at it right now because if I do, I might mess up the actual Navigator fly. So basically, you just want to do this over and over and over again until you actually get to this said Vex portal frame. And then, like I said earlier, kind of some backstory on this Vex portal frame. It's basically just the beginning of Garden, pre-release. So Bungie actually was going to make this the beginning of Garden Salvation, but they chose not to because of some stupid reason. I don't remember the exact reason, but I remember hearing it from a friend of mine that used to work at Bungie. They chose to just make it on the moon and then have us go through a portal frame, just like they did on Mars in D1, and how they have done in every single other DSC that we've gone to the Black Garden. But basically, this is the start of the raid. This is the original start of the raid, and they just never got rid of it. And they kept it here, and people have been wondering if there's ever been a way to actually get here. Because when you're in the spawn of Garden, which is the current spawn of Garden, you actually can see this Vex portal frame. If you jump up on top of like a structure and you look over the map, you can see it. It's just not accessible because there's turnbacks, there's pushbacks, there's insta-kill barriers in a box. And the only way to break the box is with a DSM and an IRB. So people found a way to get out here, and it is actually one of my favorite locations to go to because, fortunately, if you know who I am, you'll know that I love Garden. I had a really bad rep when I played Garden, and that's why actually a lot of people in the D2 community don't like me. I'm not like that anymore. I'm actually more chill and more nice and kind of outgoing. But that's kind of what happens when you become a Gauss farmer. Kind of build a bad rep for yourself. But yeah, so basically you just have to go out here, or no, you basically have to Navigator fly for, I don't know, I've been doing it for maybe 5 minutes or so. The reason why I said 15 minutes earlier was because if you're not as experienced with Navigator flying, it might take you longer just for, you know, because you're not comfortable doing it. Which is totally fine. Take your time. As long as you have 300 plus ammo, you will be good out here for a very long time, and that is all that matters. I have gotten a full raid team out here before. It was hella cool. Got some hella cool picks, and it was just hella fun. Like, you don't have to do this with just you and your friend. You can do this with a full raid team. Basically, the difference is one person DSMs 5 people out, which actually is better because then if one person gets DSM'd out, then the rest of the team can still do it. It's not just one person gets out and then everyone else is kind of fucked. It's just like it's kind of like insurance in a way. So like it's a fun route. It's not the best route in the game. You guys know if you guys know what my best or my favorite route is, then no, it's just ping pong table. I know I know it's kind of boring where you just kind of do a sync box and then just spiral fly or slipstream for 5-ish minutes or so. It can be a little boring, but I like it. So as you can see, we're pretty far away, man. Like we're pretty fucking far. The only things you can stand out here is these little boxes right here. And you can stand on the portal frame, you can stand on a lot of stuff. And if you go down below a little bit, you'll start to see the structure. Some people say this is actually the part on the moon. That's actually not true at all. And the reason why, and the reason how I can prove that it's not the spot on the moon, if you go over here actually, and you just pass this wall, that's the moon. Yeah, and if you're curious and thinking, oh, maybe you can get the garden from patrol, you can. That's not actually the real moon load zone. That is just an asset that they put into cover for the moon load zone. They just put that in the raid so people felt like, or just so people just felt like they're on the moon, but they're actually the Mud Garden. If you're curious and if you go any farther, the answer is no. You can go like maybe to that rock, but once you go past that rock, you'll die instantly. Same thing, like all around, the box is pretty big. You can kind of see where the box ends, so like where it goes dark to light. Just right that border right there, you'll die. And it goes all the way around. So like basically, right here, kind of what this line is, you kind of want to follow it, and then once it hits the rocks, that's basically your edge. You can't make it to that rock at all. I've tried side skating, blink skating, everything. Not possible. What's cool is you can actually make it to that rock, or not rock, that tree. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I know I don't really post often. I had someone insistent earlier say that I should start posting because I am pretty good at sparrows and other shit in D2. So yeah, so I might start posting again, just not as often because I do work and have other shit to do. But that's kind of it. Like, it's a fun little route. It's a DSM, a IRB, and an auto res. Just to kind of run down once more on how to do it. Right when you spawn in, one person will die, and the other person will cover your spawn with stasis crystals with either a stasis wall grenade, like a glacier grenade, or salvation script. You could do this with either 8 salvation script shots or 2 glacier grenade shots. You can also do it with a full raid team as well. 5 people die, 1 person covers, and that's it. Next, the person that gets DSM'd out, or people, will do the route to the mushroom, die on that mushroom, and do the IRB from Undergrowth to Embrace. I showed how to do it, just follow those steps, and once you get IRB'd out, then you'll do a navigator fly from that said location over there, all the way up over the box, because if you go inside the box at all, it'll pull you and kill you immediately, and if you touch any type of surface while being pulled in, your spawn will be set forever inside the box, and you will not be able to get out. So you will have to restart the run if you want to get out here with you and your friends. And then after that, you kind of just navigate to fly all the way over. If you mess up a grapple and you're on Titan, I recommend using Light Rampants, Catapult Lift, and a sword, and just kind of swing, jump, jump, swing, jump, jump, and just repeat that over and over until you make it here. I would say to have at least 40 to 50 ammo on your sword, just to make sure you make it here. You can make it here from like after you go up with Navigator, just from up there, 45 swings and you're here. I don't know if it's faster than Navigator. It could be, but that's basically it. And if you have any questions, put in the comments. But yeah, so that's really it. So I'll see you guys later.